episode of Rebuilding Portsmouth. Now, in our last episode, of course, we lost the League Cup final to Stoke City. Big surprise. But anyway, that is in the past until it happens again next year. But no, in all seriousness, it happens, and it happened, and we must move on. Right, anyway, moving along. Now, basically, so those of you who watch my Red Star save will already sort of heard about this, but I wanted to put this in here as well. So for 5k, when it eventually does come along, you know, I don't know whether it be a week or a month or whenever it does, basically, we're going to try and do Red Star versus Pompey. So that's one thing that's going to be happening, hopefully. It won't, like, the moment it ticks over to 5k, don't expect to see it suddenly up. My point is that there will be a 5k special, and that will be the 5k special. Also, some people said that they wanted to see me do another Q&A. I did one before Christmas, so but that was back, it was a little while ago, and we've grown quite a lot since then, so I figured, you know, why the hell not? So plus for 5k, it's big enough, I think, to warrant doing another one, perhaps. So if you do have a question that you want to put into the Q&A thing, then put it in the comments, of course, but like maybe put hashtag Q&A or something that lets me know that it's for the Q&A and not just a general question for, you know, because, you know, I usually reply to every comment I can, unless I physically can't. So, you know, otherwise I would just respond to it like I would normally. So yeah, if you want it in the Q&A, drop it in the comments and just say hashtag Q&A or something like that. I don't know. Make it up. As long as it's obvious, you know, it won't make any difference to me what you actually say. So there you go. And yeah, I'll go through those in a video, probably the same day. I'm hoping to do this at a weekend, basically, so that way it's, you know, more of a celebration of the 5k thing. So there you go. That's cool. So we only had one game in between us and well, in between the last episode and this episode, which was against Red Bull Salzburg. Now, that being said, though, it was a hugely important game for us, and, you know, we've had pretty crappy luck with some of our draws in the Cup, but we managed to get through against Man United in the League Cup. Of course, we got Stoke in the final, I got fucked, but that just happens. But we've also obviously already knocked out Chelsea from the FA Cup away from home, which was just an insane turn of events. So when I saw Man United at home, I was worried, but I don't know, I just felt like we could do it, and I'm well behind here, and my God, did we. It happened, guys, and frankly, it should. I mean, I'm not saying it should have been more, because it shouldn't. One is totally fine by me. At half-time, they'd had one shot, none on target. I mean, wow. We limited Manchester United to not having a single shot on target in the first half of the game. It was mental. And of course, we did actually manage to, of course, throw it on at the defensive tactic at half-time, like a sane person, because it's Man United. So for us to keep a clean sheet against them, that was superb. And it was a bit of a scrappy goal that we actually managed to score, but we were just top-notch in this game, really were. Very, very good. They did create some clear-cut chances, of course, because they were battering down the hatches in the second half trying to get back into the game, but we stood fast. We stopped them, basically, and that's perfect, which booked us a semi-final spot and another trip to Wembley, basically. And would you believe, Oldham Athletic knocked out Swansea City and are in the semi-finals of the FA Cup, along with, who was the other team that are through? QPR got through as well, along with Manchester City, which means that Arsenal, I think, must have gone out. Or something, I don't know how it's worded, but basically those were the four teams, basically, and as you can imagine, I was praying for Oldham, because if we got Oldham in the semi-finals, that's a good chance of us getting to their league. They're actually a championship side now, to be fair, and not a bad one either. From what I remember, they're doing very well in the championship, but they're still a championship side. So I would have loved them in the semis, because for me that would have said, right, we can get to the final again and have another crack at it. But unfortunately, we got drawn against Manchester City as the away team, even though it's a neutral venue. But I don't know. Point is, can't see it happening. I think we might be going out at the semi-final stage. But hey, we managed to get to the semi-finals. Final of the League Cup, semi-final of the FA Cup, and unfortunately, we're the bridesmaid team at the moment. We're just never quite getting it. In fact, we could take a little look at the Championship while we're here. Let's take a little look at some of the other leagues, just because we've got a little bit more time in this episode. So at the Championship, Oldham, as you can see, are top, and in fact are already bloody promoted. Fucking hell. Wow, 93 points on the board, and they've got 10 games left. 10? That's insane. They've lost one game so far this season. No wonder they're bloody doing so well in the FA Cup. Have Oldham got lots of money or something? Rich, okay. So, yeah, they've clearly had some stupidly large investment to see them come up the league. Look at this, back-to-back promotions. They came 5th last season, got promoted. Oh no, last year they got 7th, and then top of the league. And so Oldham will be in the Championship next year, folks. That's interesting to see. Joe Ledley is managing Oldham. that is even more interesting to see, in fact. Former Celtic, Crystal Palace, and I believe Cardiff City player Joe Ledley. And whoa. I think the arrow is trying to tell me something. I think he's mental. So there you go. But he's doing a bloody good job at Oldham, so long live the mental man. That's all I can say. West Ham look like they're pretty in a strong position to go up to, but there's Milton Keynes Dons in there as well. We could have some interesting teams in the Premier League next season, that's what I will say. Top 2 scorers in the league also both play for Oldham. Insane stuff. Down at the bottom, Colchester, Oxford United and Chesterfield are struggling. Chesterfield particularly look done for, basically. Exeter City having a great season as well, which is nice, and Luton as well. In the Championship, top of the league are Gillingham, looking like potentially a return to the Championship. Up there as well, Plymouth, Northampton Town, that's good to see. Leeds United, West Brom, and of course our affiliate club, Chester City. Or Chester, not Chester City, apologies. Bristol City look like they're heading down. Well, I mean, who knows? Scunthorpe, Swindon probably are, and Fleetwood, you'd have to say, probably are from this position as well. Now let's take a little look at League 2. Top of the league, Bristol Rovers, Leyton Orient and Yeovil are in there as well, with Rochdale, Port Vale, Bolton and Preston in the playoffs. So Bolton have bounced back a little bit, which is nice to see. Barrow and Dagenham right down at the bottom there. As for the conference, well, Carlisle United are, well, they've already booked themselves a playoff spot with a great season. Telford United, interestingly, up there, which is good. Dorchester, Alfreton Town, Sutton United and Dartford. In fact, Dorchester are already relegated. Wow. There's 8 games to go and they're already down with only 11 points. That's some piss poor performance from them. I suppose we may as well have a look at some of the other leagues around Europe while we're at it. Why the hell not? I'll only do the big leagues, so please don't go, oh, why didn't you show it? Well, because I'm going to do that. I do that at the end of the season anyway. I just kind of wanted to see how we are standing on some of the other leagues. So France, that's... I meant to click the league, didn't I? There we go. League. Paris Saint-Germain, top by 16 points. Absolutely wiping the floor with everyone and looking for their 7th consecutive league title. Toulouse are surely going down there with Bastia and Dijon. I mean, that could be any of those, really, but Toulouse look like they have lost the plot. Germany, let's check out the Das Bundesliga. Bayern Munich, top of the league, but not by a huge amount over Borussia Dortmund. And Hamburg are right in there too, with Leverkusen not too far in behind as well. Augsburg, Paderborn, and Hertha Berlin look like they're in big trubs. But, well, actually, I mean, Cologne are in big trubs as well. There's quite a few teams that looking like they might be in the big trubs. What else we've got? Italy, and I'll do Spain as well, just for these ones, just to sort of show you some random stuff. Juventus are top, big surprise there. Inter just in behind them with AC Milan in behind them. Sampdoria also rounding out the top 4. Sassuolo look like they're heading down along with Palermo and Parma. Atalanta, bear in mind they won the league a few years ago, are in deep shit and could well be heading out of the league at this rate. That's poor. And finally we'll go ahead to Spain, where almost certainly Real Madrid are back on their perch, you'd imagine. Although Barcelona have done well recent season, so you never know. Let's check out Liga BBVA. And Barcelona, in fact, are top. What we're talking about, 15 points clear of Real Madrid, Sociedad, Atletico, and pretty much everyone else. Barca are just wiping the floor with that league. Elche, Almeria, and Real Union are heading down. Well, I mean, it could go either way, really. But yeah, so there you go. That's just a little random take I've just decided to do there. So we will take a little look at the squad, because why the hell not? Top goal scorer, of course, is still Middleton with 35, who didn't score against Man United, so it doesn't matter. Assist, Santos Vanos, and basically this is actually all the same. The one downside is that Ivanchuk just picked up a yellow card, another yellow card, and it means that he's got a 2-match suspension for domestic games, which is a pain, because I don't know who our next domestic games are against, but my guess is they're probably quite important. What have we got? Southampton and Spurs. Lovely old job. Manchester... Oh my god, that running is going to be knackering. Look at this. Manchester City, Everton, Chelsea... Man United, Chelsea. Man United and Chelsea in 2 successive home games. Those could be crucial. And then Stoke... We'll probably go and win at Stoke in the end, I imagine. I'll tell you what, it's going to be an interesting run-in. I'm fairly certain we're going to get top 4, but we need to be doing better than that with the amount of points we've accrued so far. Christ. Right, so today against Red Bull Salzburg, they're playing the same tactic they used away from home. At home, which means I'm thinking, well, according to that, they are anyway. So I'm thinking we're going to try and push this. We're going to try and really attack them, because we have no choice. Millington, Marcio, Vanosh, Lucarelli, Santos, Peralta, Afterat, Verstraeten, Garincha, Lopez and Balongo. I want to make sure we've got options off the bench to switch to our other system if we need it. We do with Ivancic. Pipoca needs to be on the bench too, surely. We need a striker. Or is he not fit? Oh, he's unregistered. Oh, okay. Oh, of course, yeah, because it's Champions League. Apologies for that. Right, so It's good to see that Tercio and Robert Gray are coming back from fitness soon, though. That'd be good. Marcelo isn't quite fit, and we don't need him for this game anyway. Right. Is Borja Gomez not fit to start? I'm sorry, he's coming on the bench in place of McAvoy here. Borja Gomez is hugely important for us, and we just have to we have to absolutely go for this result, basically. I may as well sit this onto attack from the off, because the only time I ever use this system now is when we're going to be going attacking from the off. We need to, basically, because 2-0 is quite the deficit to overcome. And I know you've probably got other ideas on how we can handle this situation, but we have ourselves in a position where we're winning. Obviously, winning by enough, then we will, of course, start to try and consolidate that. But we're going to need some serious goals, basically. And I'm worried that we're not going to get it. I genuinely am. I feel like we might not actually be able to sneak through here. 2-0 is a bastard of a defeat to try and overcome. It requires basically either a 2-0 win in extra time or like 3-0. Like, because 3-1 isn't good enough. That's the problem. We are really up against it, guys. It's really a problematic situation to be in. So if that, I mean, maybe they're just a really good side now because they've got to the quarter, last 16 of the Champions League after all. There must be something about them. So let's just see what we can come up with. We need a big performance from Millington and Marcio tonight, basically. He's been our hero for us in Europe before. Why can't he do it again? You just never know. Hopefully they'll be more intent on trying to defend than... Oh no. Schreier. Oh, first chance of the game goes to Red Bull Salzburg. That is not a good omen, guys. Right, here we go. Marcio into Millington. We can score before half-time, get this going. Marcio, back to Van Osch, back to after that. If we can just start to get the domination going, if we can dominate, of course. After that, comes inside there. Marcio with the strike, off the par. Oh, God. Crossbar saves the day for them. Possibly should have done better, don't know. Ooh, hello. They seem to have got us sussed on bloody set pieces as well. Red Bull Salzburg are incredibly well organised, that's what I will say. Let's just go and have a crack, though. We need to do something. We need to win. That is our only option today, and win good. Don't just let them do that. Flores, it's a poor effort from him. Is it really a clear-cut chance? Apparently it is. Okay, we've looked like the better side in the early stages. We've had more shots and certainly hit the target with more times. And Millington, Marcio, that's a goal. That is 1-0 Portsmouth after half an hour. Marcio, 12th goal of the season, and who else but the hero of the hour? Right, half an hour gone and a lead in it. Wow, what a touch from Millington there. It wasn't actually the assist from Millington, it was a tackle which was played it straight into Marcio's path. 1-0 Portsmouth. Right, we need to keep going though, because 2-0 isn't a good enough result. We need 3-0 really, because at 2-0 it would just take a simple goal for them and then we're screwed. We need to get 3-0 really, and then try and defend. Marcio again here. Oh, good chance again. We're looking a lot better than them in this game, I have to say. We've improved dramatically, but whether or not it's going to be enough to win this game over 90, to win this tie, is a different matter. Like, if we'd have kept it at 1-0 in that first leg, I'd have felt very confident coming into the home game against them, but 2-0, big problems could potentially emerge in 2-0 situations. It is almost impossible. So hopefully if we can overcome it, that would be quite something. But then again, look what we've done in, beating Manchester United twice in cups this season. Red Bull Salzburg are no Man United, and we've done well against them at home. Lucarelli, come on, round the corner for Marcio, and again well blocked. Lucarelli this time, can he find a cross? Will he drop it back? He does. To Van Osch, no, to after that. Oh, and it's another strike on goal. We've certainly hotted up in this the latter stages of this first half and flipped the game on its head in terms of good chances. And Millington, and another header on target. 17 shots in the first half, 6 on target, just the 1 goal, but I'm confident. I'm confident that if we keep playing like this, although my worry is that now that they've got to half-time, they'll have a chance to change things, and we might not be as we might not be able to be as effective in this second half. It's finally poised at the moment. We've not managed to we've not conceded yet, which is good, and they might actually, if anything, sink into their shell a bit more. But then again, they know that they only need 1 goal, and if they get it, we could be really up against it. Oh no, what a terrible part. Oh, well done, well done. Knock it through the channel. Millington's in here. Millington! Well saved, and he's offside anyway. I thought he might have been, but, you still got to react. This is so important for us. That's it, win that header. Actually, why are you two not going towards the ball? Like, he is... There we go. Van Osch, Lopez Souza. Lucarelli's done alright today, considering this is his first game he's played in about 6 months. Marcio, somebody make that run into the centre. There is an option here. Millington, can he cut inside? Millington! Oh, blocked again. Marcio! Lucarelli, and oh my god, how are we not winning by more goals here? We've been much better than, if you compare this game to the first leg, we've been better in this game than they were against us in the last game. Santos with the ball out wide here. Oh, Christ. Go on, win that ball. Lopez Sousa, their determination personified. Garincha. Van Osh. Garincha. After that, nobody there. Win that. Van Osh. Marcio. Is it through for the channel to somebody? Lucarelli. Poor. Oh, Santos has kept it in. Millington. 2-0 Portsmouth. Right, here we go. Millington smashes it in, and we've got what we deserve there. We've been so good tonight. But we need another goal. We need the ultimate comeback here. I thought the chance had gone, actually, when Lucarelli blazed this wide, but what about that for Santos keeping that in, popping it back across, and there's Millington to be the hero there. So a goal each for our strikers. We need more, though. We're not done yet. We need more from this. 2-0 is not enough. You know, I could sit back at this point, but I think if we get a third, then I'll sit back. But at the moment, 2-0, if we sit back, we're just encouraging them to score the goal, the away goal. Round the corner for Marcio. Oh, another good opportunity. Squandered. When I say squandered, well blocked by the defender is what I mean. If it does go to extra... Oh my God. If it does go to extra time, and it's... You know, I will obviously drop back. If we're still playing this system in the last 10 minutes, I will probably... well, I say drop back. There's not much we can drop back with this tactic, but I'll do my best. Right, Gomez is going to come in for Peralta. That's my first change. The first little roll of the dice there. We're playing well so far, so we don't really need to change much on that front, specifically. They've yet to even have a shot on target. Right. Oh, this is so finely poised now. Ivancic. Can... Potentially on for after it. After that's not had the best game. Our centre mid area has not been great, and if it goes to the last 10 minutes, I might just go defensive to make sure that we get to extra time. Or just go control, perhaps, just to tie it up for this last 10 minutes. To make sure that we get across the line, basically, and get it to at least extra time, and not let them score with their only shot on the game so far. On target. Oh, they've actually had a shot on target, right, okay. Looks like we are getting extra time here, guys. Right, so... The question is, what do we do? We've made 2 subs. Do we drop back and revert to this sort of system? But then we'd have to bring on fullbacks, and I don't have any fullbacks, really. So, well, I do, but we can't afford to bring... We can only make 1 sub. Which of our... Millington is the most knackered right now, but we do need that little bit of extra quality. And Pipoko isn't on the bench. What the hell am I... Oh, he's not registered, is he? We just discussed this. Archubi... I know that he's going to say he's absolutely useless there, but his stats would say otherwise, is all I'll say to that, really. His stats would suggest that he is, in fact, anything but useless in that position. He's actually a very decent player there. We took the opposition instructions again. We basically forced ourselves into a corner here with this tactic. We kind of have to persist with it and just hope, because if they score, we're screwed. But... we're going to stay on control. We have to, basically, because we can't switch back to our other tactic. We can't really... Well, we'll go back to control here, so we don't throw too much at them just yet. And, of course, if we do score a goal, which, frankly, based on the performance tonight, we deserve to. We deserve another goal. Then we will, of course, go defensive and just waste time. Santos is through. Round the side for... Archubi! Oh, my God. Is that the goal? Is it offside? No, it's not. It's 3-0. Right, okay, good. Defence. Waste time. Close down more. You're already dropped nice and deep. Don't look for any overlamps? Overlamps? Shoot on sight. Right, okay. We've still got to survive, though, 25 minutes like this. And with this tactic, which is a worry, I will admit. But we've been so much better than them today that we deserve it. And another one of these poor tackles from their defenders that has allowed our player in, and Archubi. What a substitution. Hopefully, we can survive. When you look at how well we've played compared to how well they've played, 3-0 is about... oh, no. 3-0 is a fair result. And what we deserve from this game at the moment. We've played well enough to go through. We've done an almost impossible task at this stage, which is turn around a 3-0 defeat. A 2-0 defeat in an away leg. That's so difficult to do in Europe. Ball over the top for Millington. If he makes this 4 here, we're done. We're done. Millington over the crossbar, and another clear-cut chance goes begging. But it looks like we're going to get to the half-time in extra time part. Oh, no, not another one. I worry about this every time we get a chance now. Garincha goes for goal. Oh, what a strike. It's 4-0. That surely does it. They have to score twice now. Portsmouth 4, Red Star Belgrade. Apologies, guys, got my wires crossed there. Red Bull Salzburg 0. Bloody hell. Great finish from Garincha. What about this for a strike? Not first time. Sets himself. He's quite a long way out and just bends it around the goalkeeper for 4-0 Pompey. And we've had to come from really, really far behind. Unless they score twice now in the second half of stoppage, in the second half of extra time, which if they did, I would be absolutely gutted, because we can't really go any more defensive than we already are. As far as like mentality wise, we could change the tactic, but the problem with doing that is people will be all out of position, and I think with 5 minutes to go, oh hello, if we've scored another one, that would be a bit weird to score 3 goals in extra time. Millington, he sets himself up here, he goes for goal, and it's blocked, and it's on the line. It's 5-0 Portsmouth, and it's Dylan Verstraeten, and we've actually embarrassed Red Bull Salzburg in the end here, but they've held us, and I think it was the right decision to go and just make sure that once we got that last 10 minutes, we made sure we just got it to extra time, because it gives us an extra half an hour rather than losing a goal. And I think that I'm quite pleased with that bit of decision making, really. It looks like we are going to, I say sneak through, it looks like we are going to fly through to the next round here, and it's going to look quite comfortable on paper, but my God, they've tested us over this tie. To lose the first leg 2-0 like that, we've had to really dig deep, and I'm glad. We got what we deserved. 2 assists for Santos again, no surprises there. Oh my God, I can't believe I just didn't notice that. What are you talking about? Passionate. Yes, you were a decisive factor. Yes, you were a decisive factor. And yes, you were a decisive factor. Sorry about that, Norman. Wow. I'm on edge after that. So it looks like we are heading through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. I don't know when the draw is. Actually, the draw is on Friday, so we'll go to that. And we'll do the draw on the end of this episode. So I will join you guys in a sec for the Champions League draw. Right, guys, we are back. And, well, this is a very interesting draw. So we've got Ajax, Chelsea, City, us, Atletico, Barca, Real Madrid and Man United. So 4 English sides in the quarterfinals, 3 Spanish sides and Ajax. So firstly, well done Ajax. That's awesome to see them get to this stage. I have a horrible feeling that we're going to get a shitty draw. I would love to play Ajax or Atletico or maybe Chelsea. We've beaten Chelsea twice this year already, away from home. So maybe them, or maybe Real Madrid. But what's most likely to happen is we're going to get drawn against City or United, because that's just what happens, isn't it? So anyway, let's go. Let's see how this pans out. First right, Real Madrid will play Manchester City. Okay, good stuff. Atletico, I'll take that. Let's have a go. Man United, okay, better. Barcelona will play probably Portsmouth. Chelsea, oh, we were playing Ajax. Ooh, interesting. We could have a go at a semi-final here, guys. I mean, I'm sure Ajax are a good side, no doubt. They've got to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. But out of that bunch, you'd have to say they're probably the weak link. Let's just see who they beat in the last round. The probably they beat someone huge, and I'm going to look like a moron here. Ajax, they beat Sporting Lisbon. So, it's... I think that still says, let's just take a little look at the group stages where they finished. They were a runner-up in their group to Manchester United and only just scraped through there. I think we've probably got ourselves the best tie out of those ones. Plus, if you look at the way the other situations... I can't look at the draw now, can I? Quarterfinal? Yeah, here we go. So, City or Real will go out. Manchester United, Barca or Chelsea will go out. And it's quite a good tie, I think. I think it's the best one we could have got out of those, so I'm pretty pleased with it. And I think it's going to give us a good chance at getting to a Champions League semi-final this year, which would be fun. Plus, you never know what we can do, Who knows? Maybe we could do it all this year. That would be very surprising. But you just never know what Pompey are capable of these days, do you guys? So, let's see where that game actually is going to be. Schedule. So, okay. What day is it? It's the 14th of March at the moment. Oh my days, that is some tough-ass games to play. And what I'm tempted to do, guys, is do like a double live com game, kind of like what I did with Liverpool in the Red Star save. And some of you suggested me do it for earlier in the season when we had the semi-final against Manchester United and then the league game against City. But of course, I've only just seen those comments, so it was, yeah. But what I'm thinking is perhaps in the next episode, if we come back and do City at home, City in the FA Cup semi-final, and then the second leg against Ajax, perhaps. Since that's going to be the one that decides, and it certainly won't be a dead rubber, I wouldn't imagine. So what about that? So City and Ajax in the next episode, that would be quite a double header. And then we've still got some crazy games to come this year. The season isn't over yet. It was a poor result against Stoke, but you never know. I wouldn't give a shit about that result if we won the Champions League or something. So there we go, guys. If you've liked what you've seen, please feel free to drop a like on the video. And if you'd like to see even more than that, please subscribe to my channel for more Portsmouth and Red Star Belgrade in your inbox every single day at 5:30 and 8 o'clock. And I will see you guys in the next episode for the double header against Manchester City and Ajax. Have fun. See you guys in a bit. Bye-bye.